Have y'all ever just felt like stuck in life, either like mentally or physically, and you just didn't know what to do? Well, that was me once upon a time. And I I'm not gonna say recently, but within the last couple months or so, I had a dream about it, and I've been like, talk about it, talk about it. So I'm finally talking about it, but I'm just gonna like interpret it. So basically, it was showing me about how the place I was in, like, it was literally like cooking me. You know how when you're stuck, you can feel like suffocated, your anxiety's through the roof, like you're always on 10, or you just get to the point where you're so numb you don't care about anything. Like, I it's really wild. So, in the dream, I was got to the point where I just got sick of it. I'm like, I'm not gonna stay here in this oven and be cooked. So I jumped out the window of this like 2-story apartment, and I was like, okay. And so jumped out, started running down the road. I don't know where this is, an imaginary land, but started running down this road, and I ended up going into this maze. It was a really weird maze, but I ended up going into it. And it wasn't just me, it was me and like a younger person. When I think about it now, I'm like, maybe it was like the younger version of myself. Like, I don't know, but it was pretty wild. And as I was going through the maze, there were like these little cards, well, these kind of like medium sized cards that I had to pick up. And they were basically like clues and stuff along the maze in order to get all the way through, you know? And so I'm like, okay. And along the maze, there's these big old crickets that like basically like a crickets of all things. Like, I don't understand why they were crickets, but like they were huge, just dried crickets that I would pick up along the maze as well, along with the carts. And so I get to the end of the maze, and there's like this huge table that's like taller than your head, like basically like eye level. And there was this being, and it was just like, it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird, but there was this being, and it was just so nonchalant because it looked like the person that had been trying to chase me and stuff. It looked like the person that was trying to chase me, but it was not them, because the essence of it was way different. Like, it looked familiar, but it didn't feel familiar. But it felt, I'm not gonna say pleasant, but not like scary. It didn't seem scary. It just seemed like it was giving aura. like it was huge, and it was taller than the table, like dang near 2 times taller than the table. And first, it was like my consciousness had left that the person I was in, and like went to a note that I missed, and it was like Watcher. And I'm like, Watcher? And if you ever watched the movie Watchers, I was like, what? But but I was kind of still confused because it didn't give the energy of the being in the movie. So I was just a little confused. But maybe it was Watcher because it was imitating, maybe the Watcher like card kind of explains why it looked like the person that was chasing me. It was someone different, just trying to appear as something familiar. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, sorry for the tangent. But so this Watcher thing, it's bigger than the table, and it takes this thing off the table, and it just eats it. It like, there's like this tube of stuff, and it just chews it, and it just walks off into the distance. Or yeah, walks off into the distance. And I'm like, okay. So at that point, hopefully y'all can hear me. I have my finger over the thing, but at that point, I had to put the crickets on the table, like these big dried crickets. I had to put the crickets on the table in order to grab this tube. And when I picked up the tube, it's like a tube of spiders. Like, I absolutely am terrified of spiders. Well, not like terrified, but like, I'm starting to. I don't like them, okay? I just feel like they're just weird. I love them and I respect them, but it's like, just don't come near me. I don't have to come near you, okay? Um, But yeah, it was like, I was like, no, I'm not eating these tube of spiders. You got me all the way messed up. But I got to the point where I was just like, okay, fine. And so I ate the tube of spiders. I crushed them up. And it was pretty wild. But after I ate the tube of spiders, it was like a veil that had opened into the land, really, into the land of where the being had went, like into a new land. Because it was just like, it was given Avatar, but kind of giving first Avatar. I haven't even watched this new Avatar that's come out, but it was giving the first Avatar, like with the big trees and the big plants, but still kind of giving Earth vibes. Like everything wasn't super blue and stuff like how it was in Avatar. It was giving Earth times 10, 10, 5 at least. You know, it was wild. I was like really excited to be there, but when I was able to make it through the veil, I don't know why I said that, but when I was able to make it through that barrier, through the veil, I guess, even though it was a new land, I just felt so much safer. Like I felt safe, and I was like, huh, okay. But I say all this to say, when I was kind of doing the interpretation of the dream, like sometimes you get out of situations where you feel stuck, so you think, a lot of times when you get out of situations where you feel stuck physically, you're just running. You got whatever you got and you're trying to make it through. And so you just keep going. And yeah, like even mentally when you feel stuck, it's like you have to reevaluate everything, and either you reevaluate or feel the same way that you've been feeling. But physically I think is the perspective where I'm coming from in this video specifically. But yeah, you're just trying to make it through. And going through the maze, it was wild to me because it was kind of representing to me how in life you go through different, not even just different phases, but there are different phases throughout the maze. Like there's different situations that you're going to go through. There's different things that you're going to learn. Like when they say, live life, you live and you learn. Yes, you live and you learn. And so it was weird to me, the crickets, but I got to the point where I realized the crickets were kind of like the things that you pick up during your life, but also during your journey, that aren't serving you anymore. Like those situations that you don't know what to do about, like the people in your life that you're just confused on, like anything that may be bothering you, or anything that's on your mind that kind of like keeps you up at night, basically. And I think at the end, at the end of the maze, when the table was there, it was like the table was almost a symbol of give it to God. Like, this is his wooden table, give it to him. All these crickets, all these things that you don't know what to do with, give it to God. Like, let it go. And I was like, there was a point in life where I just had to let a lot of stuff go. I didn't want to let some of it go, but I had to, in order to free myself from the bill, okay? But yeah, like you just had to let it go and give it to God. You don't have to let all of it go, but when you give it to God, he'll show you, or it'll show you. God, as in my, belief, divine feminine and masculine union, like that's like what I believe. And so like they'll show you what to do about the situation, how to go about it. Like, so as long as once you give it to God, you're gonna have to face your fears. And I think that's what when I looked up like eating the tube of spiders, it was a symbol of facing your fears. And I was like, well, that makes sense, because there may be things, it's like people think like simple things, spiders. Personally, I didn't think about eating spiders until, I wouldn't do it now, I don't think, but until a dream came, I don't think I would come up with that analogy just off the bat when it comes to the fears that I have, you know? If anything, it would be like holding a spider or something like that. But when it comes to fears that you have in life, like along the journey you're on, either business related, love related, financial related, financially related, like it's hard to say because I'm still kind of going through it too. But like, yeah, you really have to face your fears in order to get to the other side. I mean, because if you don't, you're just gonna stay like right there, or you might end up backtracking because at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, making a decision or not making a decision, you still are making a decision. Doing something or not doing something about whatever it is, you're still making a decision, because at the end of the day, you're either progressing or you're, I want to say, digressing. I don't know if that's the right word, but like decreasing in, I don't know. But either you're progressing or you're not, but you don't stay the same a lot of times. And even when you think you do, you don't in other ways. So yeah, that's that for that dream. And yeah, I guess I would just really like to know what y'all's experience. Have y'all ever felt stuck in life? How y'all got out of it? Have you gotten to the point where you had to give some stuff to God and, face your fears in order to make it to the next level or do your own thing? And, how's that worked out for you at this point in your life? I don't know. I guess, yeah, I just wanted to share my little dream and, see if hopefully I'm not alone, and we get some, you like, respond back. so yeah, we can get through this together, because yeah, I think I really kind of just want to make this channel more short form, but also content for like younger people. Yeah, personally, or I mean like specifically like younger people, because I wish I had, somebody being like just straight up about certain feelings, about certain situations when it was time for me to either, get out of high school or first starting college, like that phase in life, or even in high school, like late in high school. I remember asking myself, like, what is after this? Like, what is life? Like, I was so freaked out and frazzled. I was just like, I don't know what the heck is gonna happen. But it was so funny too, because I was like, what is after this? I remember being at a track banquet. I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm almost done. But I remember being at a track banquet at the last one, and I had asked my coach, because I started like tearing up for a minute, just all like hit me at once, and I was like, coach, like, what is after this? Like, what is it? And she's just like, life. And I just like, okay, like, what is life? Like, what does that consist of? Help me prepare. Like, but, if you ever do have a time in life where you do feel stuck, just know that if you keep pushing, you're going to get somewhere. Just try to keep moving in a positive direction, and, have that, learn discernment, watch people, don't talk. I mean, yes, you can talk, but try not to talk as much as you listen, especially when you're younger, because yes, be able to express yourself, but also be able to be coachable, be teachable, and not something that, yeah, I guess a few gems I wish I had, and I hope my kids have. So, yeah, I love y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope y'all share, y'all's life experiences as well. And see you on the next one. Peace.